Good morning, dear people of grace and friends. I wanted to send this note out to you this week with an enormous amount of gratitude in my heart for the incredible past 2 Sundays that we have shared. We've been able to welcome Brandon and Mallory and Finley and Fletcher to Grace, to weave their life in here where we can learn from them even more and see through their eyes what this particularly wonderful parish has in store and what God has in store for us as God continues to dream. I wanted to send this out just right in the middle of so much enthusiasm to call us at this particular moment, which is a particularly important time for us, to ground ourselves in the greater vision of who we are and who God is calling us to be. On the front of every copy of the service bulletin, we have put in there that Grace is a community of prayer, compassion, and belonging. That was our capital campaign focus, our goal, if you will, and it continues to hold true. And I want to invite us as we step into this fall to particularly pay attention to the formative life that we all share. I want to call us to pay closer attention to our understanding of what it means to be disciples of Jesus Christ in this particular day and age. We live in tense times. They are filled with anxiety and fear, and there's always a tendency, if you will, to sort ourselves into camps, to sort ourselves into tribes. Grace is particularly blessed because we have a very wide spectrum of people who call this parish home. That also makes us very vulnerable, if you will. It is easier, coming from my point of view, it is easier to hold a parish when most of the people actually think the same way. That's not the life that we share. We have a wide spectrum of people who have been at Grace for a very long time, people who were brand new, people who come from so many different backgrounds. And that makes it particularly vulnerable at times, and it calls us to be even more intentional to the language that we use, the assumptions that we make, the patterns that we have, and to be mindful and caring of what we say and how we say it, and to listen deeply. And I think this is the season that we're being called into in this particular climate that we find ourselves, is to listen deeply, to listen to another story. So I want to invite you to step into this space as we look toward classes this fall. I will be doing a forum class, bringing in pieces of our life at Candler School of Theology. I'll be bringing in some nuggets from there to give us a wider perspective of what the church is now, how the church is changing. Cynthia will be doing a weekday Bible study, and I encourage you, for those who can, to come to that, to look and pay close attention to the language that we use and how we understand our common texts and how they shape us. And Brandon will be working with the circle of parents and a team to form an even more robust children and youth ministry space. And on top of all of that, we will be doing building work. So I wanted to send this out to thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your life. Thank you for the life that we all share. And as we continue to step forward, let us all pay particular attention to how every piece of our life, whether administration, writing checks, gathering checks, all of those different pieces of our life, everything that we do, from prayer to music to where the piano goes to how we have different images of flowers, every single thing that we do, all of it fits with how we understand ourselves as disciples of Jesus Christ. Bless you, and I'll see you soon.